Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a massive leap. We are completely transforming how you interact with AI. We're moving way beyond those basic, generic search box queries and stepping straight into the world of highly specialized, engineered outputs. The contrast is literally night and day. If you've ever felt like your AI just isn't quite getting what you want, well, you are definitely in the right place.
Let's kick things off by looking at this incredible claim from our source material. Quote, hands down, prompt engineering is the highest return on investment skill that you can learn in 2025. Honestly, that is not an exaggeration. Investing just a tiny bit of time into learning how to actually talk to these systems properly pays absolutely massive dividends for your productivity and the quality of your work. So I want you to really think about this for a second. Have you ever typed a request into an AI, waited for the response, and then just sighed? Because the output was incredibly boring, generic, or completely missed the mark? It's super common, but here's the hard truth. Generic inputs inevitably lead to uninspired, generic outputs. It's that classic rule of computing, right? Garbage in, garbage out. If you don't give the AI crystal clear direction, it's basically just guessing.
Just look at the difference between a lazy command and a properly engineered one. If you tell an AI, write an email about cookies, you are going to get the most robotic, dull response imaginable. But if you engineer it, saying something like, act as a friendly baker, write an engaging email announcing our new organic oatmeal raisin cookie, bam! You've instantly given the AI a persona, an objective, a specific product, and a tone. The result you get from that engineered prompt, it's actually going to be usable for your business.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the ultimate prompting framework.
The good news is you absolutely do not need to be a programmer to fix bad AI outputs. You just need a solid framework. And our sources share this incredibly quirky but highly memorable mnemonic, tiny crabs write enormous iguanas. I know it sounds totally ridiculous, but it perfectly anchors the 5 essential steps of crafting a great prompt. Task, context, resources, evaluate, and iterate. If you lock in those 5 pillars, you're already going to be better at this than like 90% of people out there.
Let's break those down, starting with a one almost everyone skips, context. The task is what you want done, but the context is exactly how you want it done. So say your task is to create a marketing campaign for a new nail art collection. Your context would specify that the output needs to be formatted strictly as an Instagram caption. You could even toss in some inspirational photos or posts you already love to set the exact vibe. It basically grounds the AI in your specific reality. Then we have resources, and wow, this is where the magic really happens. Resources are basically pieces of information the AI couldn't possibly know unless you literally showed it. You can feed it specific PDFs, a spreadsheet of your own business data, or even a photo. One of the coolest examples from the sources was someone taking a picture of the inside of their fridge, specifically showing tofu, eggs, and kimchi, and asking the AI to build a recipe using exactly those resources. And sure enough, it completely nailed it and suggested a custom kimchi tofu stew. Okay, moving on to Section 2, mastering the system prompt. Escalating from a standard one-off prompt to a system prompt is a total game changer. Let's compare them real quick. A general prompt is kind of like asking a stranger on the street for directions. It's a direct, one-and-done instruction. But a system prompt, that acts as a permanent rulebook. It's an ongoing instruction guide that defines the AI's entire personality, its capabilities, and importantly, its strict limitations for a whole session. You aren't just asking a question anymore, you're essentially building a custom employee. You can completely control the output by pulling specific levers behind the scenes to build out that persona. You can set the tone to always be humorous. You can force the length to always be super brief. You can command the format to constantly output as a bulleted list, or even structure JSON if you're a developer. And you can set hard restrictions, like you can tell it to act as an expert, but strictly mandate that it is absolutely not authorized to provide actual medical advice. Listen to this real system prompt example straight from our sources. Quote, you're a helpful cooking assistant specializing in simple one-pot recipes. Always stick to recipe suggestions and cooking advice. If asked about anything unrelated, politely redirect. Do you see how giving it that super strict persona entirely changes what it does? It completely stops being a know-it-all chatbot and transforms into a dedicated, highly focused tool that simply won't get distracted.
Which brings us to Section 3, the art of iteration. Let's be real, your first prompt, even if it's brilliantly engineered, is almost never going to give you a 100% perfect result on the very first try. Working with AI is not a simple ask and receive transaction. It's a deeply interactive loop.
You generate your initial draft and then use tools like Google's Canvas to open a side-by-side workspace. You've got your chat on the left, your actual document on the right. From there, you refine, highlighting very specific sections you want the AI to rewrite until you're finally ready to polish and export.
Here's the exact step-by-step of how you evaluate and iterate. Let's say you're writing that blog post for the oatmeal raisin cookie. Step 1, you review the draft. Step 2, you identify what's missing. Oh, actually, scratch that. We totally forgot to mention the cookies use 100% certified organic ingredients. Step 3, instead of trashing the whole thing and rewriting it yourself or regenerating a totally new article, you just highlight that specific text and prompt the AI to weave that exact missing detail right into the existing paragraph. So easy. And finally, Section 4, context via connected apps. So far, we've talked about providing context manually, but you can actually inject massive amounts of real-world context directly from the apps you're already using every single day. Because tools like Gemini are so deeply integrated into workspaces now, you can feed them external context straight from Google Drive, your Gmail, YouTube clips, your calendar, and huge PDFs. These advanced models have what's called a massive context window. They can process over 1 million tokens, or fragments of words, all at once. To put that into perspective, that is the equivalent of uploading 5 full-length books and having the AI comprehend every single word simultaneously. Incredible.
We saw a brilliant direct application of this in the source material. Someone literally just dragged and dropped an unformatted, messy sales spreadsheet right into the AI interface and asked, what do the sales look like? The AI instantly crunched the raw data, recognized the trends, and spit out this exact number, 570 oatmeal raisin cookies sold. It even built a visual chart that is going from raw data to actionable insight in literal seconds.
The seamlessness here is just amazing. You can literally type the @ symbol into your prompt to instantly connect these external apps, like prompt @calendar when is my meeting with Patty to check on the sales for the oatmeal raisin cookies. Boom! The AI jumps into your schedule, finds the meeting, and reports back the exact time instantly. You don't even have to tab over to your calendar app. It's behaving exactly like a real integrated personal assistant. And honestly, that is just scratching the surface. Once you master the art of providing context and resources, the scale of these advanced integrations is mind-blowing. You can upload a 2-minute video of an Arsenal versus West Ham football match and ask the AI to grab the exact timestamps of goals and near misses. You can ask it to execute live Python code for compound interest calculations. You can even force structured JSON outputs to feed right into your own apps. The possibilities are truly endless. So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Are you ready to stop typing generic, boring searches and start engineering genuinely powerful results? The return on investment for learning this skill is just undeniable. Just remember those tiny crabs. Think about your task, provide rich context, leverage your resources, evaluate your output, and iterate until it's flawless. You've got the framework now. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see what you engineer next.